Good morning, guys. Good morning and welcome back. Let me update the tracker sheet. This is Tuesday, right? Yesterday we didn't had a session, isn't it? So Tuesday, but I took Saturday. I took session for you, right? Additional session for you. So today is 5th November. Who will win US elections, guys? Anyone is good on that? Anyone follow the news closely? Uh-huh. Huh? రాలేదు ఇంకా. Yes. By tomorrow we'll get the results. Online folks, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, Pawan.
Anyone follow the news closely?
Might be Trump. Trump will be winning.
Okay. We'll get to know anyways. We'll get to know by tomorrow. Right? Okay. All right then. So Tuesday. This is Tuesday, 11:20. And how many we have? We have only 5 to today also. Raju, Satish, Sevmani. Is it done, guys? So you did not work on that JMeter integration with Influx GB Grafana, right? Because you did not get the recorded session. Is it? Guys, are you with me?
Yeah, yes, Pawan.
So none of you were completed that, right?
You're like I have done with that one.
Done with? Done with that?
Yeah, yes, yes, Pawan.
Okay. So can you please share your screen and show that? So before that, I'd like to show something else. Some interesting openings. I'd like to show some interesting openings, guys. So you may not be getting this on LinkedIn. Okay. That's why I want to show that. So this is LinkedIn job alert that I received this morning. So there are some interesting openings and interesting and remote positions. We got some remote positions. Wave One Solutions is the company name, it seems, and they are looking for 3 to 5 years of experience. Is anyone started attending your trials, guys? Started attending your interviews?
No, sir.
No one is attending. Why? Satish,
Yeah, Pawan.
are you attending interviews?
Virtually, I'm attending Pawan, not face to face.
Okay. So how many interviews you attended last week?
No, like last week I didn't attend any interview. Like they are not scheduling that interview.
They are not scheduling interviews. So are you watching my Insta page? I am sharing some openings.
Yeah, yes, like you are sharing almost more than 5+ years of experience.
Okay. So this is for 3 to 5 years experience. Okay. So can you please apply for this? Search this company name in LinkedIn. Oh, hi.
Yeah, sure,
Understand.
Pawan.
So this is for 3 to 5 years of experience, and the skill set they are expecting is regular JMeter and LoadRunner, JMeter, BlazeMeter, LoadRunner. Okay, Postman tool. Is Postman tool covered in either LoadRunner or JMeter for your batch?
In API testing, you covered.
What is that?
In API testing.
It is mostly used for API testing, API functional testing.
Yes.
Performance also recently started supporting performance testing also. Postman tool started supporting performance testing also, but with limited number of users, it seems. Very limited number of users. Yes. Hey, where is this column for class 2 participants? I don't have a separate column. One second, just give me a moment, Coding. Go to your LinkedIn account and search for this. You will not, you might not have got this. You might not have got this, right? Search for this company, Pay1 Solutions, and then you'll get this post. Okay, because no email ID is mentioned. If any email ID is mentioned, I would have provided that. So search for this company name on LinkedIn, Pay1 Solutions, and apply for that. Easy apply. Click easy apply if your CV is ready. Okay, so this is for remote position, right? This is for remote position. So interviews will be also remote only, virtual only mostly. 99.9% interviews also will be virtual only, isn't it? And like what they are expecting JMeter, BlazeMeter, Postman, LoadRunner. So today we'll discuss Postman. Okay, Postman, we can quickly finish it. Today we'll discuss Postman, and I will upload the recorded session also without fail. By lunchtime, I will upload it. And they are expecting Grafana and AppD and all, Datadog. This ignore this because see the experience range. The experience range that they are looking is 3 to 5. Maybe for 5 years they are expecting Datadog. Okay, even if they ask you, you can tell that no, I don't have any experience on Datadog. But that is not a simple thing. That is not a big deal. I can learn it easily. You have to tell that do you have any experience on any other tool? And if you know that tool name, right? So tell that I can explore it and I can learn it in a week time. Okay. So in interviews they will ask you. Suppose there is a new tool that you have to work. How much time do you require to explore it and to learn it? Right? So how would you answer this? First of all, will you be willing to learn? Suppose you have to work on NeoLoad. You learned LoadRunner and JMeter and you kept LoadRunner and JMeter in your CV. Now, if the requirement is like you need to work on NeoLoad, will you be ready for that? First of all, if they ask in the interview, how would you answer this? You should
Sure.
be willing. You should be willing. You can't say that I am having experience on only LoadRunner and JMeter, so I want only on that. You should not say that. The interviewer doesn't expect answer like this. One more thing, that is a blessing in disguise. That is a blessing in disguise. Or there is a silver lining in the cloud. And if you want to learn some new tool, expectations will be very minimal, right? So, but when you are particularly going with experience, you claimed experience, for example, you claimed experience on LoadRunner JMeter, and you have to work on LoadRunner and JMeter. Expectations will be definitely high. Yes or no? You get 3 to 4 years experience on JMeter and LoadRunner, so expectations will be high or not? And you are asking some 10 lakhs package, right? Some of you are running payroll here, and I know that some of you are running payroll and for 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs, and you ask at least 10 lakhs or 12 lakhs. Obviously, the expectations also will be high, right? So, but if you have to work on a new tool, that is a blessing in disguise. మీకు advantage అది మీకు తెలియకుండా అది ఒక advantage అది. Then expectations will be less. Expectations will be minimal. Understood, guys? You should not miss that opportunity. Yes, I am ready to learn for the tool. Any tool, if you learn LoadRunner, you can learn JMeter in 2 weeks. If you are very strong in one tool, you can learn any other performance testing tool in 2 to 4 weeks, not more than that. Okay, who is this John? Cool, guys. And Datadog, Splunk ilanti 1 week lo saripotayi. You can learn in 1 week. BlazeMeter you can learn in 1 week. Not more than 1 week is more than enough for this. Actually, BlazeMeter you can learn in 3 or 4 hours. That's it. Okay, 3 to 4 hours you can learn this tool. Postman tool also you can learn in 3 to 4 hours. Okay, but these will take time. Obviously, LoadRunner, JMeter will take time, some lot of time, right? And what else they are expecting? Proficient in designing performance test scripts, UI and API. Did we start API testing? I think it is done, right? So UI means GUI scripts, whatever we spend most of our time on that, right? So, and for enterprise applications based on requirements using JMeter and BlazeMeter. Did you find this company in LinkedIn? All right. Are you applying for that, Satish?
Yeah, yes, Pawan, I find it that company,
Satish
like I need to change it.
Satish Sevamani and Nagaraju. So, the note down the company name. Otherwise, if your CV is not ready, my resume recording. Capgemini is having resource shortage. It seems huge resource shortage for performance testing. అక్కడేమో వాళ్ళు రిసోర్సెస్ దొరక బాగా సఫర్ అవుతున్నారు వాళ్ళు. I literally, I'll show you one chat conversation of my ex-colleague, one of our ex-colleague. There is huge resource shortage, it seems. Let me pause recording. Okay. So, because I don't want to share it online and in the right. So, here, not only Capgemini guys, for that matter, Gensar is having openings. They could not find resources. Deloitte is having openings. Quintelly having openings. IBM is having LoadRunner openings. Quintelly LoadRunner openings for Deloitte. Deloitte is one of their client. They are having huge resource crunch. They could not find good resources. Enough resources, enough number of resources, right? And show you. Let me give a walkthrough of other openings as well quickly. Mulya Technologies, senior performance engineer. Okay, maybe senior and a 5+ I under. But let us see, what is the experience that Capgemini is looking for. So, మీకు ఎవరికైనా మాకు ఇంటర్వ్యూ షెడ్యూల్ అవ్వట్లేదంటే నాకు చెప్పండి. I can arrange some interviews. Okay. Someone told that they are not scheduling interviews అంటున్నావు కదా. So first attend a mock interview to test yourself, check yourself whether you are ready. If you are ready for interview or you are ready for to work in a project. Okay. And Capgemini, they are looking for 4 to 6 years of experience. And what they are expecting, LoadRunner and JMeter. LoadRunner, they are expecting web protocol and true client and RESTful. Suppose true client cheyakapoyina, there is nothing wrong in saying that. So suppose in interviews you face this kind of scenario. LoadRunner supports 36 protocols. For your information, LoadRunner supports 36 protocols. Okay, true client is one of them. So suppose in interviews they ask you do you have any experience on true client protocol? Right? Our requirement is on true client protocol. Okay, can you how much time do you think it will take to learn that? How would you answer that? Online folks. Arshad, able to hear me? Are you with us? Nagaraju, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Pawan, I can hear you.
Yeah. So if interviewer asks you, so suppose you kept web protocol, right? In LoadRunner or JMeter. JMeter lo protocol and which protocol did we use, guys, in JMeter till now? Did we select any protocol in LoadRunner, JMeter? We didn't select any protocol, right? LoadRunner, you select a protocol, but in JMeter, you will not select a protocol explicitly, isn't it? Then which protocol we use till now?
Protocol.
Yes.
Web protocol.
HTTP.
HTTPS.
Right. So web HTTP HTML, guys. Please remember this. Okay. Let me open your class notes document. But we did not select any protocol anywhere, right? How can you say that it is web protocol? In any of the JMeter script, did we select any protocol explicitly? No, right?
No.
Of your scripts. Let me open one of any of your script. Oh, okay. These are all script review. Last week I did script review for evening batch. So these scripts are related to them. Okay, that's fine. Let me open any script. So when we are developing a script or when we are recording a script, did we select any protocol anywhere? We did select any protocol, right? Then how can you say that, wow, what protocol is it? Yes, guys. Which protocol? You also
Here
work
is
OS user registration, right? So which protocol is this?
it's HTTP.
HTTP, right? So how can you say that? On seeing this
Here you
sampler. On seeing the sampler, isn't it? See, this is a HTTP request sampler, isn't it? So remember, this is web protocol. Web HTTP HTML is the protocol. Yes or no, guys? That we worked, on most of the scripts. Most of the scripts that we did with JMeter are web HTTP HTML protocol scripts. Yes or no? Web HTTP HTML protocol. Okay. So in LoadRunner, we'll select a protocol, explicitly before recording a script itself. Okay. In LoadRunner, when you are using LoadRunner for your project, right? If you are using LoadRunner for your project, we will select the protocol explicitly. How do we know which protocol to select? First, let me show you how to select a protocol. You should understand that question, right? So suppose the interviewer worked on only, having more good experience on LoadRunner, but you kept only JMeter in your CV. He asked some questions like this. In LoadRunner, I will select protocol explicitly, but JMeter, I don't select any protocol. So how do you know that, which protocol that we selected, isn't it? So if you are working on LoadRunner, right? So see, these are the multiple protocols supported by LoadRunner. And remember, this is another important interview question. Very, very important interview question. Suppose client asks you, suppose your client asks you to suggest one performance testing tool. Any one performance testing tool. Okay. Did we discuss this?
no
Did we discuss this or no?
no sir.
Which tool do you suggest and why? This is one common question, whether you keep only one tool or two tools. మీరు JMeter ఒకటే పెట్టినా సరే, this is a common question in the interviews. Okay. So which tool do you suggest and why? And on why, on what basis you decide the tool, right? Yes. How would you answer this, Satish? I am asking Satish because he is good on both LoadRunner and JMeter, both the tools, along with
Like we need
BlazeMeter
to
also.
do
Yes.
POC Pawan first.
What is it?
POC.
We need to do a POC, right? What
POC,
did you observe in POC? What do you look for in POC?
In the POC, like we need to know like what kind of application is this, like how they develop, like whether it's a Java application or like it's a .NET application. We need to know that one. After that, like we need to.
Okay. Please wait. Sorry to interrupt you. So if it is a Java application, or suppose it is a Java application, which tool do you suggest then? See, what factors you will consider while deciding the tool, right? So now you mentioned that we need to ask whether it is a Java application or a .NET application anavu kada. So if it is a Java application, which is recommended tool? If it is a .NET application, which is recommended? Is there any preference as such?
No specific preference.
Okay. So first factor in deciding this is communication, your application communication protocol. Your application communication protocol. Okay. You need not do a POC. First you need to know what is the application communication protocol. POC epudu cheyagalaru? They have to provide credentials. They have to give your suppose if the application is not accessible over internet, they will not give you access for doing a POC and all initially itself. So instead of that, you can ask what is the application communication protocol. If it is a web protocol, you can use JMeter without any doubt. If it is web protocol, you can use JMeter, or you can use LoadRunner or NewLoad or any tool, because all the tools support web protocol, right? But if your application protocol is SAP GUI, you can't use JMeter. Understood? So that's why first we need to ask the client, what is the application communication protocol? First thing, as a first thing. And then what is the target user load? If the target user load is 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs, can we use JMeter? No, you can't use JMeter alone. Okay, with JMeter you cannot run 10 lakhs, 20 lakh user load. Okay, మీకు ఎంత సూపర్ కంప్యూటర్స్ ఇచ్చినా సరే, because JMeter itself is resource intensive. Understood guys? సో రీసెంట్ గా నేను టెలిగ్రామ్ గ్రూప్ లో ఎవరో పోస్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, రికార్డెడ్ సెషన్స్ కావాలా పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ కి, రికార్డెడ్ సెషన్స్ 500 రూపీస్ కి రికార్డెడ్ సెషన్స్. ఓకే, ఏదో ఇక్కడ అమీర్పేట మెట్రో స్టేషన్ దగ్గర 100 రూపాయలకి బిర్యానీ అంటాడా, అయితే బిర్యానీలో రైట్. అలాగే రికార్డెడ్ సెషన్స్ 500 అండి. సో ఐ జస్ట్ పింగ్ దెమ్, క్యాజువల్ గా పింగ్ చేశాను నేను, లైక్ ఐ వాంట్ టు సీ, అంటే నేనెందుకు పింగ్ చేశాను, మీకేం పని అంటారేమో, సో నావేమన్నా అమ్ముతున్నారేమో అని పింగ్ చేస్తాను. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ క్యూరియస్ టు నో హూస్ రికార్డింగ్స్ ఆర్ ద. పింగ్ చేస్తే లైక్ దే షేర్డ్ వన్ రికార్డెడ్ సెషన్, డెమో ఇస్తున్నానని చెప్పని దే గేవ్ మీ యాక్సెస్. సో ద ట్రైనర్ ఈస్ సేయింగ్ దట్, ఆ ట్రైనర్, సో కాల్డ్ ట్రైనర్ ఈస్ ఫ్రమ్ నెల్లూరు ఇట్ సీమ్స్. Trainer is saying that we can run 1 crore user load test with JMeter it seems. He is saying that as per him, JMeter can be used for 1 crore user load test if we have a good computer it seems. Wow, wonderful, amazing Ankuna. I don't know this Ankuna. Okay, you cannot run 10 lakh, 20 lakh user load also with JMeter. Forget about 1 crore. Right? JMeter though you cannot run 10 lakhs or 20 lakh user load. If you want to go for such higher loads, you have to go for licensed tools like LoadRunner or NeoLoad. NeoLoad I'm not sure whether it supports, but LoadRunner supports up to 50 lakh users. 50 lakh users. That is possible with LoadRunner only. But if you want to run with lakhs of user load, but you don't want to spend money for license, you have to go for BlazeMeter. BlazeMeter supports up to 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs or 20 lakhs. I forgot it. Sorry, yes. 1 second. Let me confirm that. So, like I have it in my content actually. Is it 2 lakhs or 20 lakhs? Anyone? Did anyone go through those BlazeMeter demo sessions on my channel? So, but BlazeMeter is much powerful, and like if you want, suppose client cannot spend amount for tool. By the way, LoadRunner license is very costly. Why client asks this is JMeter, only JMeter is open source tool, one of the popular open source tools. Other than that, LoadRunner, NeoLoad are licensed tools. And LoadRunner is the costliest tool. LoadRunner is the costliest tool. Okay. మనకి ఐఫోన్ కొనడం ఎలాగో వాళ్ళ క్లయింట్స్ కూడా if they want to purchase LoadRunner license, that is a costly affair for them. You understood? So we need to know what is the target user load first. That is another deciding factor. That would be another target. That would be another deciding factor. Clear, guys? And then client budget. Right? So you need to ask the client what is the budget. Based on this, if client is having some budget, we'll suggest some license tools. License tools are always better than open source tools. Clear, guys? So we need to ask the client, what do you have a budget for license tools? So first you need to know what is the license cost, isn't it? And what are license tools and what are free tools? You need to know that information. Yes or no? So these are the important factors to decide the tool. Budget, and we should also think about resource availability in our team. Okay, you have so client is having budget. Client is okay with license tools. But you should have resources, right? So you are planning to suggest LoadRunner tool for a client, but we should have some resources availability also, right? Team lo resources availability kuda undali kada. Yes or no? Right? So that is what companies are facing. They are they are unable to find enough number of LoadRunner resources. Most of the companies are unable to find LoadRunner resources. Good, strong LoadRunner resources. Good or strong LoadRunner resources. Because everyone is after JMeter for the past 3 to 4 years. Right? So budget and resource availability also is important. So these are the factors that help us to decide the tool or suggest the tool. right? So, in LoadRunner, like you will select a protocol explicitly. For example, if you want to do performance testing for a web application, you select web HTTP HTML protocol like this. You select the protocol here under single protocol, you select the protocol. LoadRunner supports multiple protocols also. LoadRunner also supports multiple protocols. Okay. Whereas here, like I'll go with a single protocol, so we will not go in depth into that. So, but here we select the protocol explicitly and then we record a script in LoadRunner. Clear, guys? So this protocol is important. First and foremost one is the application communication protocol is important to decide a tool. And then, like BlazeMeter, right? How much load does BlazeMeter supports? I think we skipped it. Let me go to that. Okay. So it supports 2 million plus users. BlazeMeter supports. See, BlazeMeter runs only JMeter scripts only. You can run JMeter scripts only in BlazeMeter. BlazeMeter ki separate scripts undo. But it supports JMeter scripts, it supports Locust scripts, it supports Gatling scripts, Selenium scripts, etc., etc. Right? But what is the advantage of using BlazeMeter is we can go up to 2 million users. Million means how many lakhs, Surendra? 1 million is 10 lakhs. So you can go up to 20 lakhs using BlazeMeter, but not with JMeter alone. Please remember this. Okay. And BlazeMeter is much powerful tool and very user friendly tool. And you need not use all these open source tools for monitoring. That is another good thing with BlazeMeter. If you have, and by the way, this is a licensed tool. By the way, BlazeMeter is a licensed tool, and it is a SaaS tool, software as a service. SaaS stands for software as a service. Okay, and it is a licensed tool. It is not a free tool like JMeter. But you can develop your scripts in JMeter and run those scripts in BlazeMeter if you have license. But trial version unda, do you have trial version of BlazeMeter? Yes, there is BlazeMeter trial version, and this is the there is something called starter pack, which which has a limit of 50 concurrent users. Means if you want to use trial version, you cannot go beyond 50 users. Okay, but this you can do the POC and all using this free version or starter pack. Right? And you can run only 10 tests. With a single email ID, you can run only 10 tests. And one mock service and 20 minutes max test duration. Even if you have a limit on the duration also, test duration also, you cannot run more than 20 minutes using free version. But if you go with some basic license, which cost $99 per month, right? You can go up to 1,000 concurrent users, 200 tests per year, and 1 hour max test duration. Okay, but if you go with pro version, you have pro version of BlazeMeter, whose license cost is per month $500. $500 is a big amount for us, but not for companies. Okay, $500 ante enta in rupees? Huh? 40,000, 45,000 approximately, 45, approximate 45,000. That is a small amount for organization. Okay. So if you go with pro version of BlazeMeter, you can go up to 5,000 concurrent users and then 80,000 virtual user hours per year. VUH means virtual user hours. Means you can run the test for 80,000 hours. Okay, 80,000 hours and 5 hours max test duration. See, why do we need 5 hours max test duration? Or when do we need 5 hours test duration? Right, soak or endurance test. Suppose you want to run soak or endurance test, 1 hour to test won't be sufficient, right? Which is provided by basic version is not sufficient, isn't it? We need to go for pro version, pro license. So there are different pricing models or license models in BlazeMeter. Okay, so you need to know this. If you know this information, then you can suggest BlazeMeter for them, JMeter and BlazeMeter for the client. Understood, guys? And there is one more version. Suppose your target user load is more than 5,000, then you have something called your unleashed version or customized version. This is complete customized planning. Here you can get you can go to any number of users that BlazeMeter supports. BlazeMeter supports 2 million and isn't it? They will provide a code for you, for your client. Suppose someone want to execute 1 lakh user test. then they need to ask for a customized quote from BlazeMeter. They will provide a customized customized quotation. Right? That is called as unleashed version, or you see here contact for pricing. Right? So, but these are the options that we get. So based on these factors, you will decide the tool. What is the user load, target user load? What is the communication protocol? What is the client budget? And all you have to, based on that, you have to, what is the resource availability? Based on all these factors, you will decide the tool. Very, very important interview question, guys. Must and should you will get this question in 70 to 80% of the interviews. I'll take a pause here. Any queries? Any queries, guys? Okay. So, and daily morning, I'm updating some openings on our Insta page, guys. So just a reminder that, I'm not sure whether you are following that Insta page or not, right? So this is the opening that I posted this morning, and there are, couple of other openings that I'll share soon. I'll share it, by afternoon, I'll share those. Today morning, I saw a lot of openings on LinkedIn because, like last week on the last 2 weeks, festival time, right? So now this week, it will be in full swing. Okay. So don't miss this. And this is for EY, Ernst & Young. Okay. There is an MNC, US based MNC. Good thing with this company is they don't do, they don't do your education background check and all this, PFS and all this. But, they will, if you do well in the interview, they will give you an opportunity. If you perform in the first 6 months, they will continue. Otherwise, they will terminate. Okay. But, I heard that, this company, they don't do much of BGC, background verification and all, PFHC, or some companies go to your college also. నిజంగానే బీటెక్ చదివారా, నిజంగా ఎంసీఏ కంప్లీట్ చేశారా, they will do all those police checks and all, police station ఏమైనా కేసులు ఉన్నాయా, so they will do all those. But this company, I heard, that this is a US based MNC and they don't spend much money or time on effort on BGC. That is what, that is information that I have. And then Capgemini, we saw that Capgemini, they are also asking for BlazeMeter, isn't it? And BlazeMeter, we are already having some recorded sessions on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, I'll start it. We'll see tomorrow how to execute a test in BlazeMeter. Now, what is the advantage of BlazeMeter? If you want to, when you are running a test in non-GI mode, right? So if you want to do live monitoring, there is a process, right? So you need to integrate JMeter with InfluxDB, Grafana, and we faced some challenges over there, right? So, and also, JMeter, it is a overhead on JMeter. Yes, sir. When you add a backend listener should push the results to InfluxDB. So it will put some overhead on JMeter. Understood? Overhead and AT. It puts some additional CPU and it consumes some additional CPU and additional memory and disk space. That is a overhead on JMeter. JMeter is already resource intensive. CPU memory ఎక్కువ తీసుకుంటారు. Again, if you add BlazeMeter, if you add that backend listener, so తెలుగులో సామెత ఉందాం కదా మనకి, మూలిగే నాకు మెత్తాడిగే పట్టినట్టు, right? So that is the case with backend listener. Now, and also we need to integrate JMeter with InfluxDB Grafana. We may face some issues or challenges. We need to create dashboards in Grafana. All this, story will be there, right? But if you are using BlazeMeter, you can happily execute the test in GUI mode. You'll have a user interface. You can see the response times, average response times, hits per second, throughput, error rate, while you are running the test. You need not integrate with any other tools. You go to BlazeMeter, add JMeter scripts, start the test. That's it. So BlazeMeter is a wonderful option if if a client cannot afford licensed tools like LoadRunner or NeoLoad. Right? We'll see that, how to execute test in how to execute JMeter scripts in BlazeMeter and all. We'll see that tomorrow. And there are a couple of other openings for Bangalore and Hyderabad. Encora is having both Hyderabad and Bangalore openings in both Hyderabad and Bangalore. Note down the company name and you can search that if you did not get that. These are also having 3+ years openings. Hybrid, it seems. Work mode is hybrid. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You have to go to office, right? And what are the tools that they are expecting? What is the skill set that they are looking for? They did not mention here it is. This is for LoadRunner, yes. This is for LoadRunner. Okay. LoadRunner, and apart from that, they are expecting you to be good on performance tuning, performance health check and monitoring, and knowledge on database. Knowledge on database, scripting, AWS. AWS and you need not be an expert in AWS. Okay. You need not have certifications or you need not be an expert in AWS. Basic AWS knowledge is enough. And basic Kubernetes knowledge is enough. Okay. For performance engineers. They will ask you simple comments, Kubernetes comments, or how do you do monitoring in Kubernetes? Okay. And like AWS, they will ask what services you used. There are hundreds of AWS services, right? There are hundreds of services, but we need to know 4 to 5 services. That's enough, not more than that. Right? Even if you don't know that, that is fine. There is nothing wrong. You can tell that, I didn't get a chance to work on AWS and Chapuch. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay. I didn't get a chance to work on AWS. But I know some theory. I know what is cloud environment used for, and some basic concepts. I know that. Right? That is how you need to answer. You need not, keep silent, or you need not be dumb there in the interview. Okay. But however, I did one session on AWS, and you have a lot of videos in YouTube on AWS. If you want to explore that. But if you want to know only, limited to whatever required for us as a performance engineer, so I did some videos on AWS. I'll share it. And Kubernetes also, I did some, one or two sessions on Kubernetes as well. So I'll share that. I'll share that link to you. Yes, this is the one. Kubernetes introduction for performance test engineers. I'll share this link to you. You can watch that link to know some basic concepts. Okay, you need not be an expert in AWS. AWS experts, like you will get, like double salaries. Okay, if you are having AWS, if you are expert in AWS, suppose AWS Rani Wadaki, suppose 10 lakhs is the average salary for 3 years experience in performance testing. If that same guy knows AWS, he'll get 15 to 20 lakhs back. That is a different story. Okay, we don't have such high ambitions, right? So let's ignore that. And then let me go to the next one. Tech Stalwart Solution Bangalore, seniors of performance testing engineer. I will not go that. Maybe senior and they will expect 5+, etc. Right? So that is something irrelevant to you. But let us see the other openings. This is for TCS, 5 to 9 years again. What are they asking? JMeter, LoadRunner, Splunk, AppDynamics, Dynatrace. So if you see any openings, JMeter, LoadRunner are the common things, isn't it? Minimum basic things that you should have experience on, right? Huh? They did not disclose that, right? They didn't mention that. Now let us see this opening for TCS, guys. So TCS, of course, they will ask for throughout the bank statement and throughout, PFS schedule. If it is a direct one, but you can see attend the interview. Again, you need not ignore that opening. You can just apply and attend the interview. Okay, clear, guys. So what are they expecting? Main JMeter load testing software to inject to load, and then Splunk or Dynatrace. Experience with AppDynamics, Splunk or Dynatrace. Experience with mobile and web application testing. One more important thing. And experience with LoadRunner as well. Basic cloud knowledge. That is what I explained just now. Right? You should have basic cloud knowledge. That is enough for performance engineers. Okay. And good communication skills, of course, mandatory for any opening. But again, we see this requirement also. Main tool requirement is JMeter and LoadRunner. Isn't it? And good to have tools are AWS and Azure. That is good to have, not mandatory. Clear, guys? So, apply for all these openings and, At least you will get some interview experience. Okay. Later on, if they ask, a bank statement and all, if suppose, before scheduling the interview, TCS HR asks you to provide the bank statement, say that, I'm not interested, or, disconnect the call. That is fine. Right? So they are not going to, fight with you. Like, why did you try to attempt the interview and all, right? So they understand that. They will understand that we don't have, throughout the career bank statements. All right? All right, guys. So, don't miss these guys. Don't. And first of all, I would suggest or I would strongly recommend you to attend some mock interviews first before attending real interviews. Okay. Unnecessarily, don't waste their time. Okay. Without attending mock interviews, don't attempt actual interviews. Clear, guys? This one, ignore that. Mulya Technologies, and this is something completely irrelevant. Yes, SOC verification. Leave it. I'll take a pause here. Any queries, guys? And for your information, so we are starting, I am planning to start LoadRunner from 11:30 to 12:30 from next week onwards, not now. So JMeter and LoadRunner, I am planning to run in parallel from next week onwards as both online and offline. So please, let me know if you have any referrals or, anyone of you want to join LoadRunner as well. Most of you already completed LoadRunner also with us, right? Satish, Sinol, and Sevmani, I think you are joining LoadRunner also by chance, right? But for this batch, I myself am going to take LoadRunner for this batch because the timings are 11:30 to 12:30, right? So those timings are not convenient for Shansa. So I am planning to start, LoadRunner batch, and JMeter from next week. Okay. So guys, I will I'll share the recorded session of the previous batch. Please complete the JMeter integration with InfluxDB Grafana, and we will continue from from tomorrow. I'll stop it here for today, guys. So some companies like TCS or CTS and Tech Mahindra, or Infosys, they won't allow you for 6 months. But if once you attend an interview in their company, they won't allow you, for the next 6 months. Okay. So please don't, miss those opportunities like that. Attend mock interviews and then attend real interviews so that you will not miss those opportunities.
Is there a resume preparation session is available, sir?
One second. Let me start this.